Don't worry, it's not nothing special. It's just like it ain't you ain't gonna razzle dazzle over here.
And they gonna fucked up the intro last week. We got you, Lisa. I cringed so hard when I was listening to it, and I was like,
A piece of me was like, should I edit this out? But then it went on. I was just like, well, we keep that in there. We family, so it's cool. Now, spoilers, we definitely gonna get up out of here. So, Lisa, please try not to drop any of those this week.
First of all, you should be a little cute with your little.
That shit was long. But then, secondly, she said something about you, Lisa, but she dropped a spoiler about Slither right after that.
Ooh. But Slither was like in the early 2000s. Lisa spoiled a movie that dropped last month.
I forget you have a 10 year just free for all on the movie.
Clean it up.
I feel like 10 years is good. Like weapons that just dropped. Come on now. That's
look. You know what? They should have went to go see Weapons.
That movie is that is the highest grossing horror. Well, I think it's the second highest grossing horror movie to come out this year. The people that want to see that has already seen it. Not that I don't agree with what Jazz is saying. I'm just saying.
No, not that I go out of my way to spoil things. I don't do that.
No, I do. He does. If it's not, Jason be like, look, if we're not reviewing it, it's getting spoiled. I'm just like, yo,
I think it was so. My rule was if we're not reviewing it, or if we have reviewed it, only time I don't is if we're going to review it. It's the only time I don't. Typically, but I'm gonna let Jazz win this one. So I've done better with spoiling. So I just don't even talk about other movies, really. Not for real.
He say that. But he be giving Casey a hard time. He's saying that she be spoiling.
Casey be spoiling. I don't give a damn. Because you know what? I was looking at Jack Black recently. We can get into this. Jack Black was talking about, he said, if you give an expectation of a movie or a film, that is in a way kind of essentially ruining it for me, because if you be like, hey, go see this movie, because it was like, damn, now I gotta feel like it's a must see. But if I don't get that feeling, I'm like, this shit let me down a little bit. So it's just like, I just want to go in there with no expectation, just mind clear, mind thought, regardless of anything. Now, typically now, if people hate it, I really want to go see it, depending on if I want to really see it in the beginning. But this is neither here nor there. But Jess, I'm gonna throw the reins back to you, my sister.
That reminds me of when I told you that Together was so fire, and then you saw it was like, this was mid. So
I didn't hate it though. It just wasn't. I just didn't feel how you felt when you seen it. That's it.
I understand. I don't feel attacked by that at all whatsoever. Jason, are you able to see us moving?
Yes, I have it. I have my notes, and then I can see whoever speaks pops up on my screen.
Okay, okay. Because we got you froze.
Yeah, you're froze.
Oh, I am frozen. Okay.
But you know what, Jason?
We can hear you.
Oh shit! You should have told me.
It could be worse.
Yeah.
Am I? No,
you could be sitting between two legs behind you. You know what I'm saying?
Right, like Lisa.
I didn't think this through.
Yeah.
Am I?
We can see you moving now. Yeah.
Okay.
Lisa is like she's pulling a Chris this episode. She's between a white woman. It's crazy.
Okay. Now what about now? Am I still good?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, cool. Okay, got you. Yeah, just let me know if I don't know why I froze, but appreciate y'all for telling me. I'm glad you told me, but yeah, I'm good. Okay.
I mean, if you're in the middle of a thought, I'm not gonna cut you off because you froze.
Got you. Okay, got you. But yeah, no, I understand. But yeah, we can't get to damn near 200. Then the production value started to drop.
Jason
I just
was
froze
like
again.
But you were still talking. It was cool.
Right then?
No, that was me.
Motherfucker.
No, I'm just saying that's how it was. It was like, and you were still talking. I was like, I'm not about to cut him off. But is y'all ready to go? Let's
Yep.
get it. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Was It Good Though podcast. I am one of your hosts. I am Jazz.
Jason.
And we are here for episode 176. We are doing A Nightmare on Elm Street, the original by the one and only Wes Craven. We are continuing our horror season, and we had to bring Lisa back because she had a lot of notes and trash talking from last week. If you check out our episode we did for 175 together. So Lisa came back to join us.
Yes.
Lisa, please be sure to plug the folks of where they can find you and all of the things.
Hi, you can find me on Instagram at Real Movie Lovers, REEL, and NXG Global Productions. And XG. I'm on TikTok, on my YouTube channel, NXG Global Productions. I do movie news, movie talk, reviews, trailer reactions. And you can check out my show, Zombie Chronicles, on Tubi, drama comedy series.
We're going to get into drama comedies and comedy horrors. Or
yep.
Yeah, we gonna make sure to get on that.
Oh, we are. Well, why do you think I wore this shirt?
I mean, you know, I got my Ghostface swag on too.
We about to do this today.
Jason, who's on your shirt? Is that just an apple?
It's just an apple. Nobody of horror affiliation or something like that.
I mean, Ed Gein kind of ate apples, didn't he?
You know, I didn't look at that yet. I haven't seen that yet.
Listen, that Brian Murphy cooked. He didn't let no intern get close to that production at all whatsoever. But we'll deal with that on a later note. But yes, Nightmare on Elm Street. Before we get too deep into this, I want to say this movie came out for one day back in theaters, I believe 2 weeks ago. And AMC was just showing it for just one day. It was on a Wednesday. And I said, I have got to go see this in theaters because I never saw it in theaters because it came out in the 80s and I was not alive yet. So got the chance to see it in theaters and I was laughing. Actually, the entire theater was laughing. And I was just like, this movie is not supposed to be funny. But with adult eyes, it's hilarious. But before we get too deep into it, Lisa, do you remember the first time you saw this film and how you felt after it was done?
I recall, let's see, how old was I? I watched a lot of horror movies when I was a kid. So I can't pinpoint, but it was somewhere between, I want to say age 9 and 11 that I watched this. And it was scary to me because Jason just don't go to the camp. What's the problem? You know what I mean? Exorcist, just let it have a house. Who cares? But Freddy, where I'm gonna go? I'm gonna stay up like what? One day maybe before I cave? Like my girl was on like day 7. I was like, he would have got me. So it was scary then, especially some of the things because it was just new.
Right.
They get you in your dreams.
Right. And Jason, I know you are a big Michael Myers Halloween fan. So do you remember the first time watching this film and how it made you feel?
I don't remember the first time I watched it. When I was actually watching the film, I was confusing so many different Nightmare films because I'm like, damn, where's the motorcycle party? Like, where did they come into this film? But it wasn't this film at all. So when I was younger, I used to be an avid dreamer. So like dreaming was a big thing for me, and like I would be the one that would dream the things that would be happening for real. So like I could hear stuff. And then, like, I've fallen asleep with the music on my head, kind of like Glenn did, and I could hear the music, and I'd be playing the music out in my dream. Or if people are talking or arguing, commotion, I've even fallen out the bed, and in the dream, I'm mountain climbing, and I'm falling out, and I wake up on the ground. It was like, what the? So as I've gotten older, I don't know what happened or what switched, but I don't dream as much. So it's like I can probably count on one hand how often I dream. So as a kid, it really scared me a lot because it's just like I can't go to sleep. Something is going to happen if I go to sleep. Now, because I'm not now that I'm not a dreamer, it doesn't really bother me or affect me the same exact way. So
Yeah, I was an avid dreamer when I was a kid, and I'm still one now. And
yeah.
I would say probably one of my scariest dreams included Freddy and Pennywise from It. One of them was chasing me, and then I woke up, thought I was awake, and then another one was chasing me, and I was still dreaming. And I was just like, I need to wake up, because those are the two people that terrified me as a kid. Because Lisa, like me, like I'm thinking, well, I got to go to sleep eventually. I always came
Mm.
up with a rational reason as to why certain people wouldn't go after me. Freddie, you gotta sleep. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm somebody I will choose sleep over a lot of things. A lot. So sitting up here, staying up for 48, 72 hours, no. We're gonna have to figure something out because I got to get my rest. But this is a film that was considered Wes Craven's baby. Now, I don't know if y'all know too much information or like movie facts about this film, but I would say Netflix has a very fire documentary called The Movies That Made Us, and there's an
Yeah.
episode for A Nightmare on Elm Street. And they say New Line Cinema is the house that Freddie built because Bob Shea, who was the owner of New Line Cinema, bet everything on A Nightmare on Elm Street. Now they was running out of money during production. They was just like, we got to get this movie created because we're betting our entire future. And Freddie is an icon in 2025, so I guess you can kind of say like it did pretty good.
They bet the
But
house. They bet the house, and they won.
I mean, yeah, especially around that time because you have somebody that was, and I believe initially Freddie was supposed to be written as someone who assaulted and killed children, but then they just
Mm.
made it for the original that he just killed children, and then the remake, which a lot of people don't like to bring up, he was assaulting them in that movie. But we're gonna get to that remake in a
I
few
could have
minutes.
sworn they addressed and are like alluded to the assault like in later sequels. I could have sworn
Mm.
that they did.
Unless I don't know, I haven't watched because some of them later down the chapters, I don't remember all of them too much details. So you could
Mhm.
be right. Yeah, because I know they tried to go into his backstory, his mama, and all the shit that she was going through, and yeah, Freddie had a wild upbringing.
Upbringing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said I was going to, whenever I started, I was going to go through and just look at them all just to see what I can get on them.
Mhm.
I did find that the second one had a great detail, but we'll get into it as we get into this.
What was the great detail that was in part two?
So, well, it's more so because of the ending of this movie. I understood it, but I didn't understand it. And then watching it as you got older, when you have understanding the film, it kind of subverts your expectation at the end because you don't know what really happens. Because at the end, you see Nancy, she, like you don't. I don't know. It's just like she at the door. I I'm over you now, Freddie. And then she goes through the door, and then her mom's just like at the door, like doing the president wave, like she's going away. Our little girl, she's growing up, and it's like, damn, wait, have you been in mama head the whole movie?
Mm.
Or like for me, it was like, have we been looking at this movie through the mom's lens the entire time, and everybody's okay? It's just her going through her grief, her guilt, and the drinking, and you got all these different things as you start going. It's like, damn, was it the mama story we've been following, and just a mother's sins going down to her kid type of thing? And then with the second movie, I'm sorry to go from the beginning to the
Oh, you
end
good?
to the beginning. So then in the second movie, you find out they moved out of that. So you find out that shit would actually happen to an extent because I didn't finish the second one. You find out everything happened, but then the mom went crazy, locked Nancy in the house, which is how the end of one ends. But you don't really know what happens after it because it goes off with Nancy and them going into the car, which made me question or wonder, did we need another one of these films, or could it have ended at the first film?
Mm.
And that's the real question.
Lisa, I'm gonna let you.
Considering what they've done with it,
Mm-hmm.
no, we needed these sequels.
Okay. Okay.
Considering where they went with it, all the things we needed.
I'll probably say I agree with Lisa, yes, because there was so much story to be
Mm-hmm.
told. Now, I do feel like they got off.
Out of pocket.
They did. I think they was just like, all right, just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what stuck. But I think they probably didn't throw as much as the Halloween franchise. The Halloween franchise threw a lot of shit at the wall, and they took what stuck and what didn't, and they put it in a movie. And I'm not trying to bash the franchise, Jason, but you know my feelings. It's a little bumpy. It's a little bumpy.
My thing. Okay, so my thing with the Halloween franchise compared to this is I don't know how much John Carpenter was involved after like the first three films. I feel like I don't know that off the top of my head. I know he was there. I know he was like a EP type of thing. Wes Craven, I feel, was involved with all of those films.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different with his hand because he's been the one behind it the entire time, and you can tell when his hand isn't involved. So that's all I got in that. But yeah, it was just a thought I thought. I was like, damn, if they ended this movie at the first one here, how much more would people have, with this actual film? And clearly, since 1984, this film has touched a lot of different eyes, and just a bold statement here. I do think the predecessors of this film have used some of the elements a lot better. But I think sometimes ideas, I think the predecessor should run with your idea a lot better than what you did. So I don't think that's a shot at Wes Craven or this film at all. I just think that's what evolution is supposed to be. It should be better. It should be a greater thing. And sometimes maybe it's just one idea that they took and they expanded it, but not the same exact idea. And Freddy is an icon today, so whatever Wes Craven did was the right thing anyway.
I mean, he's definitely one of the goats in horror. But I do want to say the ending to this film is funny because another movie fact from that documentary, Wes had a vision of the ending, and then Bob Shaye had a vision of it, and they were two different things. Freddy.
Who was Bob Shaye?
Bob Shaye is the owner of New Line Cinema.
Okay, got you.
So
production company.
Yes.
You know what? I need to watch that episode because I started watching the movies that made us when it first came out. I watched a bunch of them, but I did not really get to go down the horror route that they had. Because they had a season which was a horror movie. I didn't get a chance to do that, so and I forgot about it. So.
Yeah, they got one for Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Friday the 13th for sure. But Wes's ending was just them riding off to where you don't really see Freddy. It was just them riding off, and then you see the little girls singing. Bob didn't want that ending. Bob wanted the ending where her mother is waving at them, and Freddy pulls her into the door.
Yo, that ending got
you got both. But it's funny because when they were doing the screening of the movie, Bob was like, is the ending in there? They said, no. He said, yeah, I need you to go ahead and get the ending of this film and show it at the screening, which they did, but they had a pause in between the screening to where they added that ending, which had a lot of big production companies like, yeah, I don't think we're going to rock with this. But highly recommend checking out. Obviously, you can see I watched it before this the review because I was just like, Nightmare on Elm Street is my baby. Wes Craven is the GOAT. Movie facts. But no, like Jason, you mentioned earlier, this movie kind of shows you the theme of the story is children having to pay for the sins of their parents. And we've had multiple conversations like, why the kids got to be harmed when the parents did some shit? That's how it goes. But how do you feel like this story went with, you have the 4 group friends in a group and you start to see them unfolding with them having similar dreams? Because if I'm in a group chat and we're all having similar dreams, that's a red flag going up for me. Obviously, it wasn't that major for them. They just like, oh, it's ain't nothing too crazy. No. Who y'all dreaming about?
I don't know if they didn't think it was that crazy. They just didn't talk. She was mad at Rod, so that's why she never knew about him having dreams until it was too late. Glenn was being machismo, so he never mentioned it until he mentioned it. Um, but Tina and Nancy, they actually had the conversation about it, and they was like, "Yeah, we got to be a bit mindful. We can stay in the same place in case of something, in case of something happening." And then, at the same exact time, you got Rob BSing at the house, and it was just like, "Bruh, like you got to chill out, dog."
Men don't take those moments serious. They be like, "Oh, ain't nobody gonna come mess with us. We good." Yeah, no. Right. Lisa, the husband in every horror movie. Lisa's been sending me reels all week of husbands in horror movies and how they just dusting off their wife. Like, honey, ain't nothing wrong. Ain't no ghost in the house. Ain't no murder happen. It's all in your head.
I busted out laughing when he said, maybe it's your medication. She goes, I take heart medication.
I have to send it to you. It's like,
man, I said, I still want to see the smart horror movie. I don't think I've seen it just yet. Well, we've had smart killers in horror movies, but I want to see everybody be smart in a horror movie where you actually see where the I say to be the killer, I guess, you just see how much more smarter he is than everybody else in that, as opposed to where they have these dumb moments or the victim does something stupid or something. It actually be okay. Yes, he had to earn that kill. It wasn't just like, oh my god, I went through the doggy door and I couldn't fit. Like I don't want to see that shit.
You're not gonna find that in 80s movies, all right? I'll tell you that much right now. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna have to pull out Get Out. I had to pull that out.
Yeah,
because there were levels there. And I know we've talked about it being more of like a social, political, horror, borderline comedy thing, but the decisions made by characters, the black characters.
The one movie I can say is something that Jazz likes is the one about the New Orleans, the girl, she got
Skeleton
tricked.
Key.
Yeah, she was actually pretty bright, but her being bright played against her because she was doing the thinking of everything, and them doing everything tricks her into believing, and believing is the issue. She, oh no, I don't believe. Yes, you do, bitch, because you already got that book in your hand. It got you, bitch.
But honestly, that kind of spin though is fire for the villain to make you think how they want you to think.
Yeah.
And then you fall into their hands.
Okay, look, let me tell you. Skeleton Key has one of the most important life lessons that people just overlook. Always listen to the black woman. I mean, I don't understand. If she had just listened to her friend, she's like, come in the house with me. No. Are you serious? And she's like, oh, you believe this? No, but I'm also not going to play around with it. So it's a no for me, dog. Should have followed a friend. You know what? You were right. This situation's crazy. I'm going to leave. And then like the spoiler. When a whole homegirl, they switch and she gets up and she tells him, you know, I wanted a black one. And he says, you know, they never stay.
Man, listen. So when y'all check out our Skeleton Key review. I don't know what number it is, but it's back there. But Lisa, Jason had asked a question during that review. Would you consider the Skeleton Key a black horror movie? She laughing, but
Lisa and her dramatics. Boy, I know she. Lisa and her dramatics, man. She gonna make you wait for that answer.
I
I
know. No,
mean,
I'm laughing. 'Cause I'm like, what would it look like? And you've seen them skits where like, if black people were in this movie, he goes in the house, get out. Okay, get in the car, and drive off.
Movie
Roll
done.
credits. Like movie time. The movie would have been 15 minutes long.
The moment I seen that old man on that roof, it's time to go. I'm gonna let him do his thing. I'm gonna close my
Yeah.
window, get back in bed, and quit in the morning. No,
This.
but I do want to say when I rewatched this movie, I completely forgot how irresponsible the parents were.
Mm,
Marge, oh my goodness, which is Nancy's mother.
mm.
Lisa, what did you think about her and her role and impact in Nancy's life? And could she have been the one to save Nancy or more so push her towards Freddy?
Mm. That's a good question. I honestly, okay, one, her vice of choice that took her out of commission a lot. She wasn't all the way there. My girl was just like a skunk all day. You're gonna miss a lot of stuff when you're drunk. You're missing a lot of stuff. Your daughter is she's in danger.
She
You're
had
in
a
danger
bottle in every
in
scene.
every scene. Now, Jazz, do you think that's from I don't want to say guilt, but like the pressure of what they did, and that's how she's
No,
channeling it? Or my girl she's like hitting the bottle, period.
I think she's just like hitting the bottle, period. She seemed drunker as soon as Nancy Friend started talking.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. I feel differently about that though, because she appeared put together. Now you can make things look feel a different way. I feel like she was put together when we got introduced to her, because I think we got introduced to her when she was at the jail, because that's when we got introduced to the dad, and she was together then. But then when we started going into Nancy's house and they started to peel the layers back, that's when because I didn't notice the first time I seen the bottle was when Nancy was coming down the stairs after the sleep institute. She came down and said she had the feet. So I said, "What the? Is that a bottle behind her back?" In my mind, because you kept talking about it, Jazz, and you say irresponsible parents, but truly it was only two irresponsible parents, in my opinion, so far. Tina's mom, which was, bro, don't if because I've been in that situation. The kid crying in the other room. Shorty got to go check on her baby. I'm not getting up out the bed to go see what's going on, but I'm like at the same time, like she gonna come back at some point. But I'm not. Hey, we gonna get back in the sack, girl. I'm trying to get them cheeks again. I'm not like go take care of your baby. I'm gonna be in here. You gonna come back at some point, like you know what I'm saying. So like Tina Mama, but then Tina Mama knew she was tripping and she went to Vegas.
Jason, she had already bought that flight. Like, yo,
Like
Tina gonna be all right.
Tina
With her
Mama,
boyfriend.
Tina Mama was trash. Nancy parents, I get why he left Tina Mama. Like left Nancy Mama. Nancy Mama was a wreck. Like I get it. Like she an alcoholic. She ain't worried about this. She ain't worried about our baby who in here going crazy. Like it's a whole lot going on with Nancy Mama. But yeah, I didn't know that the drinking thing. I don't think it was a thing until it became a thing, and then it began to spiral. At that point, because when Dad pops in the house, I don't ever remember seeing her again. Oh yes, I do. I thought he killed her in the bed.
Yeah, he brought her down.
Like he took her. Like he took her down.
I'm not gonna lie. That ending was like, all right, what was y'all really trying to do? But
Cause
they was
what?
running out of money. So I get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do.
Make Freddy fuck a skeleton. Like was we's in Nancy dream now. Like I don't know. Like I really don't. You gonna have to explain what happened in this movie. I don't know. Maybe the rest of the movies explain what happened in the movie. Because I don't know what the fuck happened at the end of this movie. In all honesty,
I mean,
I thought Mom was supposed to be dead. Like the name, because
I no, I think Freddie did a fake out.
the whole thing, right?
Oh, he did a he
I,
did a
I wouldn't
fake
be
out.
shocked if the entire ending is a fake out.
Like he did a
mm,
fake out for her because like that whole like I know I don't believe in you, you're not real, and he goes and then just goes through her. And I remember
I'm
watching that being like, womp womp. That's how you go
I'm
down.
take
That's nothing. And then she
I'm
walks
taking
through the
back my
door.
power.
And let me tell you, the minute her mom said, "You know what? I don't even want to drink anymore." Red flag. What?
You sure? I would have pulled a bottle out right. I got some vodka right here, sis.
Just out of nowhere, you just no longer want to drink, boy.
Her mama was laying in bed with a bottle of vodka right beside her. Like this, like it was so funny. But I have a mother trivia game. I'm gonna go for you, Jason. Lisa, I have a house trivia for you later. All
Oh,
right. So which mother was the worst between these ladies? We're gonna start off with Nancy's mama, Marge, versus Maureen Prescott from Scream.
My
oh,
God,
Which
I'm gonna
mother
go.
was worse?
I'm gonna go with Marge. Maureen was a I think her past transgressions caught up with her. Um, but Marge, I think Marge is definitely worse.
Okay. All right. Who was worse between Marge or Octavia Spencer and Ma?
um, I'm never gonna say the black mama worse. It's Marge. I don't. Them kids deserve it. You got to pay for them sins, kids.
Y'all wait till I get to this last one. All right. Last round. Who was worse? Marge or Monique from The Reading?
um, what did Monique do?
I thought you were going to say Monique from Precious.
Nah, I ain't gonna.
Was Monique a mother in the reader?
She was.
Who was it?
Oh wow, maybe that's your answer. He didn't even know that she was a
I
mother.
don't I don't I don't remember her being a mom. Who was her kid?
She had a little boy and a teenage daughter.
Hmm.
But
I'm gonna still go with Marge. You talking about black mama again? I'm not going against my black mamas.
okay. All right. So Marge wins the crown of worst mother.
Yeah, I'm still thinking on Maureen right now though. The Maureen started tripping, but I'm gonna give it to I'm gonna give it to Marge. I'm gonna give it to Marge.
Okay. But Lisa, let me ask you this because I would say Freddy, which is Robert
Yeah,
damn
England.
England.
England, what he was able to bring to this character. Do you think what he brought is something that we will not be able to see replaced? Even though we did get another Nightmare on Elm Street film, but if they were to come out with more projects based off of Freddy Krueger, because he's hung up his claws and his hat. Do you think there will ever be anybody that could possibly step into this role and actually do a great job?
Only after everybody who has known the original is gone.
Wow.
What
So
do you
that's
mean exactly?
like
Who?
us, like that we're all gone and out of here, and Nightmare on Elm
Or
Street is.
yeah, or we're no longer the target audience. Like, you know what I mean? Like
I don't
60, 70
believe
years from now,
that's bogus, Lisa.
if they let
That's
it rest.
that's bogus, Lisa. I don't believe that.
No, okay. You know what? Did you enjoy the remake, Jason?
I don't. I can't remember. If
Oh,
I
oh,
did, I
oh,
seen it. No, just so that, wait,
oh,
wait. So what I'm going
oh.
to say is, I'm going to debunk what you're saying by saying there's a movie that came out after this that
Uh-huh.
also had a remake after Nightmare. That's for the most successful horror movie ever. And what is that called? It's called It. With who?
Did she ask me about horror remakes or just ask me specifically about Freddy? because that's what we're talking about.
Wait, so no, we're talking about Freddy, but you said, can it happen? And I'm saying it can because it has happened. It just hasn't happened with Freddy.
Because it can't happen with Freddy.
It
Let me tell
happened
you.
with
No, 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 no,
Halloween.
let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. One, Michael Myers, white mask does all the
Mhm.
work for you. Jason, hockey mask does all the work for you. It don't matter who's behind it. It don't matter. As long as they got the build and the walk, it don't matter. So you could remake that a million times. Don't matter.
But it,
There's so
but it
much
does.
personality. Even Ghostface mask don't matter. There is so much personality and style that he poured into Freddy that it is not easy to replicate. And I'll tell you this one thing: the whole thing about it, I love both of them. That's lightning in a bottle. Lightning in a
But they
bottle.
caught it. But they
Because
caught it twice.
twice. What you
They
mean?
caught it twice.
What you
There's
mean?
two. There's the 1990s film or miniseries,
Yeah.
and then you have
No,
Bill Skarsgård as
the
the
light,
remake. As
the lightning
okay,
in
what
the
you?
bottle is the remake.
Oh, I mean,
The
I don't. So I would.
making a movie is magic. All the elements have
Uh-huh.
to come together. It's movie magic. Like it's crazy when stuff has to come together. Remaking it and it being successful, that's lightning in a bottle.
I agree. I agree.
So what I'm saying to you is, in a way, you're correct, Jason. It can be done, but what I'm telling you is, it cannot be done with all of us in this generation because we've already seen how it was done before, and
I,
they tried. They tried. The actor they got is a good actor. I like the guy. Couldn't pull it off.
I think they can. Robert even thinks they can. They just have to find the right person, but they also have to have a
Well,
good script.
Robert loves the
It,
character so much he hopes that they can, and that's a good attitude to have.
yeah, but you also need a good script to go along with that as well.
I
Because
don't
But
think anything was wrong
I
with
would.
the script. It just
so let me add my 2 cents in here. And I think when it comes to Freddy, the remake removed all of his sarcasm and
mm-hmm.
all of his
Personality.
personality. And I think that was probably the biggest mistake that I think the remake tried to introduce because it seemed like they wanted to go down a more serious path with Freddy
Yeah.
A
when
serious
that's
tone.
not the Freddy that we know. We like Freddy is a freak for real. Why are you putting your tongue through a phone? Why are you over here calling people you about to kill a bitch? And he came up with so many creative ways to kill people.
Yeah.
Like he was playing with his food and he did it so goofy to where his antics is kind of, in my opinion, what made him stand out from Jason and from Michael
Michael.
Myers.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think if you find an actor that can bring that to the role, you'll be a lot closer to remaking the original Freddy than you were with the remake. In my opinion, I just think the remake just because I tried to watch it before we turned this on, and I was just like, he just wasn't doing it for me. The art itself, his costume, the makeup was not good. It just, I was
Yeah.
like,
Oh
did you
yeah.
get burned for real? Like, you don't seem like you got burned up for real. Like, I'm not trusting this at all. And her mama didn't have no bottle at all in that movie. What a vodka bottle at? You're supposed to be a
Come
drunk.
on now.
You know,
You can't see the remake. You can't. It's not going to be one for one. It's a
Oh no.
remade thing.
We've we've seen what happens when you make a shot for shot remake cycle.
but hold on. But see, Evil Dead was a very good remake. The 2013 one, I'll
Was it a
say
shot? Was it a shot for shot remake?
I believe so, but I
No,
think it wasn't. The first one was more comedic, but
but that's what I'm saying. So you think the 2014 is similar to the 1980s? It's the shot for 1980s.
well, I don't remember the 1980s, so I guess I'll say no. But I think I think the remake was better. I'm gonna stand on that.
I agree, but okay. So you had an issue. Well, like I said, you had an issue with them making they toned down Freddy like it's more and more serious tone, but in Evil Dead, the more serious tone worked for you. I I think Freddy does have to have a personality, just like when I said Pennywise. So it was kind of a similar thing. It just needs somebody that can play a big personality that can play this killer because it does. You can because you have some killers in some of these things where they kind of what Mr. Crockett, like the
Yeah.
way he was created. He was serious, but he had a kind of like this kind of quirky to an extent type of personality when you watching it. I don't know. Like I
That's
said,
Sunday's movie.
I didn't spoil nothing for you.
No,
Okay, I'm just saying.
But
I
you
had to
haven't
make
seen
sure.
it yet, right?
no.
She
We're
hasn't.
gonna
That's
watch
why I
it.
didn't
We're gonna
say it.
watch it on Sundays.
Uh,
That's Sunday's movie.
you'll have to
Yeah,
let us know
yeah.
what you think about that one.
Mm.
That one's pretty fun. But I do, since we're talking about icons from horror, do
Iconic.
y'all have a favorite horror icon? And I believe I asked you your top 5 favorite
Mm-hmm.
icons
Mm-hmm.
from horror. So Lisa, I'm going to start with you with your top 5.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Well, Jason, I'm going to start with you.
Got
Sorry.
you. I
Sorry.
have Mike.
Sorry.
It's okay. You can get it after you can get it because you got a list of 100 people. I got Michael Myers. I got Michael Myers, Ghostface. Um, I guess I'm gonna go Jigsaw. On that, Freddy Krueger will be on there, and I guess I'm gonna go with Chucky.
Okay. Lisa, who you got on your list of 20? Only say 5 though.
No, I don't have 20. I have 6. So just relax.
Don't
Relax.
listen.
So number 1, Chucky. That's my home dog, Chucky. Then we have
Oh,
Freddy. Yeah,
can
go
I
ahead, go
stop you real quick? Did you watch the TV show?
ahead. Just the first couple episodes.
You didn't like it?
It just didn't hit for me. I was like, oh, okay.
Gotcha.
I like the concept. I like what they did with it. Like, but I just was like, I couldn't get into it.
I enjoyed it. Back to you.
And 3 is Jason.
He had the best music.
Best intro. I'm gonna give it up to Ghostface. I'm gonna say Alien, and then my 6th one is Predator because I couldn't decide who more because I was like,
A xenomorph or a
Predator.
predator.
Predator is good.
yeah.
Yeah. So mine is easy. Ghostface, 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 Ghostface. All right. Nah. Nah, I got Ghostface, I got Freddy, I got Chucky, I have Candyman, and then I have Pinhead from Hellraiser. And
Candyman.
an honorary mention will say Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which for the longest time, I swear I thought that was based on a true story. I thought there was a family out in Texas that was doing that shit. No.
I thought so too.
No, it was just that one nigga.
Yeah. Ed Kane. I learned a lot from that series. It's kind of crazy. But yes. So, Jason, did you have a favorite character from this movie or a favorite friend from this friend group?
No. No, they all kind of sucked. If I was to pick a person from this friend group, I think I like Glenn. He had a dope style. Just a cool person. I was kind of upset they killed him.
He was wearing a crop top.
That was the thing in the
80s.
Listen,
that was the 80s look.
I love crop tops.
Top.
I love crop tops.
Me too.
Glenn was very irresponsible, or he couldn't be depended on.
So, question.
He fell asleep twice.
One job.
So Nancy asked him to wake her up when he thought it was important, whatnot, right? So when she was asleep and she said, "Glenn, are you there?" He's like, "Yeah." Like, do you not think he's asleep because he can talk to you? Like, that nigga can't be there.
He's supposed to wake up after that moment. I don't make the rules, Jason. Because he always, I mean, the funny thing about Glenn is just like, the dreams were never a big deal to him. Because he always said, like, you just remind yourself that it's not real. And I'll be honest, I'm a dreamer. That does not work.
No.
Telling yourself this is a dream, telling yourself to wake up in the middle of a dream, that shit does not work. You're still there. You're not waking up. It's very scary.
I still remember a dream that I had where I was at a cabin, a sleepover with a bunch of white girls. Yes, their ethnicity was important to the
That's
dream.
a horror movie.
Yeah. And I was like, somebody's gonna get us. Like, what are we doing? And I remember like there was a mirror. I'm like, let me go look at myself in the mirror. So I went to go look at myself in the mirror, and it was just like pink, foggy clouds. I couldn't see myself. And I do remember the I survived. That's what I remember. And I hate the ones where I'm dreaming I'm falling, and then like I hit the ground and I jerk myself up awake. Those are scary.
I rarely have dreams where I'm falling, but they say mirrors are the doorways to what, other universes or other planes. Is that what they say?
Yeah, if you have a mirror in a room with you,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a doorway to another universe or something. So you
Lisa,
should have it by the bed.
You wait. It's supposed to be. It can't be by the bed.
It's not so like in a room with you. Like it shouldn't be in a room with you. Like if you sleeping or nothing.
I'm straight.
What? No, I'm not. What you mean? I can't have a mirror in my bedroom.
You believe in it. So what are you saying right now?
I mean, I'm just.
Or you just know the saying. Maybe you just know the saying.
I just know the saying. Like I don't.
Okay. Gotcha.
I mean, the streets say like a mirror is a doorway, and Lisa said in her dream she walked in front of a mirror, but it wasn't showing her reflection. It was showing like purple or pink smoke, which when you look at a movie, it's like, oh, that's a doorway or a portal. Like I don't think I've ever walked past or saw a mirror in my dreams. So that, but like, don't every woman got a mirror in her room?
I think everybody almost has a mirror in their room. Typically, the drawer. Oh, at least you don't have one in your room.
No, I used to have a vanity mirror in my room, but I haven't had one in a long time.
I used to have a mirror on my bed. That shit was fire.
Wait, what?
It was in the head. It was in the headboard of the bed.
What kind of kinky Freddy Krueger shit you got going on over there?
I didn't design it. That's how it was.
I know, but what? Because what's the use?
No. I'm stop right there. You know what? When I was little, like 7 or 8, my parents, in their bedroom, their headboard had a whole mirror. And I remember I used to watch movies with them because, like, you know, they were very free and loose with what I got to watch. So, but then they'd be like, "Oh, this part's coming up, whether it's like sexual or not. Turn around, Lisa. Oh,
you saw it in the mirror.
Say less."
You're nasty.
That's crazy. When I was with my auntie, she used to try to stop me from watching stuff like this, so she'd like cover my head until it was done, you know. But yeah, my parents, I used to watch whatever with them.
Yeah, mine too. They didn't. It just felt awkward. I tried to like look away. I'd be like looking down, like something's wrong with my fingernail when a sex scene come up. Now, if it's a long sex scene, I'd be like, shit, it's gonna take a while. Monsters Ball, like that was a crazy sex scene, but
they were loosey goosey, not too loosey goosey, but loosey goosey enough I got a little taste of some stuff, and I started watching my own like horror movies and bloody scenes and all that kind of stuff. Like,
Long as you weren't one of those kids that was watching HBO on a late night tip, I think you'd be fine.
No, they
What you was
no,
watching on there, Jess?
Huh?
What you was watching on there?
But back to the movie.
ooh,
So I know one thing that we briefly discussed last week
Real
is
sex.
that wasn't. So the placement, perfect. I'll go ahead and say that. But we discussed camp films versus comedic horror. So, Jason, which one gets more likes from you between films that are more so campy versus stuff that's a comedic horror? What's the difference? My nigga, I do not know.
That's a great question.
Because some people will say Megan 2.0 was campy, but then some people will say The Monkey was comedic horror. I don't know where you draw the line. Right. So I was just like, let's get this conversation started.
Wow. You would have to really make a list of what's camp versus what's comedic horror at that point. Because would you consider Tragedy Girls camp or comedic horror?
I would consider that camp. Well, actually, no. Okay, so I think where my disconnect comes is what exactly is camp?
The Monkey is definitely comedic horror. That's not camp at all.
Okay. I would say Tragedy Girls is comedic horror.
It could be. I think it could fall in either option. To me, I think it can fall into either one. I think Friday the 13th is camp, if I'm not mistaken. Like it can be horror, but I think it's camp at the same time. That's just my personal opinion. I believe that. I think that'll be a deep conversation there. Not deep conversation, but you can flesh that out a little bit, Lisa. You can have it.
Well, a campy movie is defined by one that is exaggerated, artificial, and over the top, often in a humorous or absurd way. So, like, honestly, off the top of my head, The Substance, the very end, the scene where the blood is coming everywhere, that was like camp right there.
Super camp.
Not the movie,
super
just
camp.
that. You know what I'm saying? It's that scene. Over the top. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Right? I would say a horror comedy, but definitely it's technically more campy than horror comedy. But like it's still in the genre, it's still in the realm. You know what I mean? That's one.
Okay. Would you consider Tusk as camp?
So I haven't seen Tusk. I've heard of it. Don't watch it.
Don't do it. Don't
sound like Centipede to me.
No. Human Centipede. Human Centipede is completely weird and off its own. It's all completely off the radar.
Artsy horror.
Is that what Human Centipede falls under?
That's what I'm gonna just put under artsy horror.
That shit, yeah.
Well, okay. What would you consider Leprechaun?
That's kind of camp,
right?
Oh no.
That's kind of
he
camp.
funny?
It's definitely as fuck. As fuck.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that. I haven't seen it in years, so I'm not even sure. But Sleepaway Camp, people will say it's camp.
That's definitely camp. Sleepaway Camp. That's why I said I think Friday the 13th is kind of camp because that shit is over exaggerated as hell in some of this stuff.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for that definition. Now we know. So Megan 2.0 is camp. The Monkey is comedic horror.
Horror comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Horror comedy. Okay.
Jason, you didn't like The Monkey?
No.
Okay. Because you don't like horror comedies.
Do I like horror comedies? I mean, I don't know.
Do you? Because we started going down the list. You started backtracking real quick. Like, I mean, do you like Zombieland?
Yeah.
Horror comedy. Do you like Gremlins 1 and 2?
I can't. I'll mix them up because I haven't seen them. I can't recall seeing them in full.
Do you like either one?
Yeah, whatever I've seen, it was cool.
Okay, horror comedy. Um, did you like Warm Bodies?
I haven't seen that. I know what it is, but I haven't seen that.
Okay, you need to see it. Have you seen Happy Death Day?
I have.
Do you
I
like it?
enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. I actually
Horror
enjoyed that.
comedy. Did you see Death of a Unicorn?
I have not seen it yet. It's on my list.
Okay,
I haven't seen it yet
Take
though.
it
I'm
off.
not rushing. I'm
so
not
you want to
rushing.
see it?
I do want to see it though. Yeah. I do want to see it.
Okay,
I like.
okay.
I mean, because I like because when I look at stuff like that, I more so look at it like it's just the mon. It was just the monkey that I didn't really like, and then some like I understand why someone would say The Blackening was a horror comedy. When you look at that, because it was kind of like that, but it was more comedy to me than horror. Like,
Yeah.
so in order for it to be like horror comedy, I have to like feel a way about what's going on in this movie. I didn't feel a way about anything in The Blackening. I just felt good when I watched it, and then I was in the crowd of niggas, and they was cheering towards the screen, and I missed that feeling for a movie. But even if I watched it at home, like, okay, I still enjoy this.
I'm so
Um,
upset I didn't see that in the theater.
It was
Man,
good.
we had like early passes for that one, right? Did you get some early ones, Shine?
Nah, Tampa is always a long line, so
Oh
it's tough.
yeah. So you at least you got a line, goddamn. We don't got shit here. I gotta travel to go get. I had to go travel to go see that one. So
I feel like The Blackening was like Scream for us. Does that make sense? Like the
But
whole like
the
here's
Blackening
how
was a comedy.
right, but
But
what I'm like no, what I'm saying is okay, how Scream was kind of like
I didn't
a
I didn't really laugh
conversation
at
about
Scream.
no. What I'm saying is
I get what you're saying. I understand
Scream
what
was
you
like a
mean by this.
conversation around horror movies and the tropes and the things that characters do and shouldn't do, and they were analyzing and talking about it. The the Blackening did that in a different kind of way, like, oh, okay, this is kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's
Like
what I meant.
us in horror movies.
Yes.
Stuff that
Okay,
applied to
so
black folks in horror movies.
Yeah.
I got you.
that's why I asked was that's why I said like is Scream Camp at all? Because like that movie
Nah.
felt it because you said it wasn't like a horror comedy, but it like if you look at the movie is it's kind of it's funny. Like the stuff it's just a lot of conversation about different things, and then
Well,
it's like they're telling you what's about to happen as it's happening, just like within that first one,
I mean,
and
how
like
many times have you seen Scream, Jason?
I mean I don't know, I have no idea.
More than four?
Yes, I seen it
All
more
right
than
then.
four.
All
I seen
right
it
then.
more than four, and I
So
was
that's
six.
why you feel like it's a horror comedy. Don't forget, the more you watch something, the less effect this has on you. The first time we watched Nightmare on Elm Street to versus now, we freaking laughing at each other. You know what I mean? Like, and the fact that there's been so many afterwards. Because Child's Play was scary. Was scary. Even Child's Play 2 was scary. But once that nigga got a girlfriend, knocked her up, you know what I'm saying? Learned how to duplicate himself. The shit went off the rails. It was just straight comedy.
I don't think
Jason
that.
and then went to space and New York,
But
I
Manhattan.
don't think. I don't think that part really matters. It for
yeah,
me. That's
because
just for me. Like, go ahead, Jazz.
yeah, because it's like they're continuing a story, but initially it wasn't supposed to be funny at all. I think they were just trying to throw random shit as the story go on, of course, to make more money. When you see, oh, Chucky got a girl, okay, that's different, but it became comedic. Those first three Chucky movies, I don't remember laughing at any of those. Even
No.
when
Well, no. What I'm saying is watching something a lot or it being watered down over the years, plus you getting older, you return to it, it's not hitting you the same. So you saying Scream don't feel like a horror movie to you. I'm like, well, you've seen that a bunch of times. They have launched a bunch of sequels and parodies and gone. So you don't even look at it the same. Of course, you like it's not gonna scare you like it did before, or surprise you, or be suspenseful or thrilling because you already went through the motions. So now you can look at it and be like, like you laugh at certain stuff, like laughing at Nave Campbell like trying to run down the hall to the bathroom with the book bag. It's funny to me now. You know what I mean?
I still want to know who was in that stall, because why are you waiting in the women's bathroom all day to scare me? And how do you know it's me? Scream One reference. Because I'm just like, why are you in a costume? Like, sir.
You know, I like the idea that Wes never told us whether or not
So
it was somebody. Or messing with her.
or the fact of like, because Jason said Billy and Stu were at Casey's house in the opening. I didn't realize it was two Ghostface there until maybe a year ago. I couldn't tell you how many times I've seen this movie. I can quote scream. That's how many times I've seen it. So I'm just like, it ain't no two Ghostfaces there. Nah. Stu was with Tatum. But Jason said he read it online that it was both of them in there.
Well,
And
Stu left, but he
was he
left
late
Tatum
to
though.
her? Late,
He was.
either late to her or left early. It was one of those. Yeah, it was one of those.
how do you catch a body and then go see your girl?
You need an alibi. That's how it always happens.
I mean, I get it. If I love him, I'd be like, he was here with me all night. And I think it was blood on his shoe, but maybe that was just jam.
Nigga was cutting tomatoes or something. I don't know.
But he didn't have a sandwich with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I ate it on the way.
That Wes Craven cameo dressed as Freddy as the janitor. That was nice. Nice touch.
Yes, that was Wes Craven in that. Which is funny because the girl in the hallway when Nancy was running to go see Tina's body, which I'm not chasing after a bloody body bag in a hallway. I'm be like, damn, that's
She
my
just did
whole
horrible
girl.
shit. She did horrible shit in her dreams, man.
Nancy didn't know what was going on.
And then them being 15 is crazy too.
You said she was 15?
Nancy, I mean, I know Tina was 15. I would assume Nancy would be 15 too.
Damn, they was some old looking teenagers.
Well,
It was funny. It was so funny when she said, "I'm about to be." I look. She said, "I've been so sleep deprived. I look 20." She was about to be 20 in real life.
But man, well, I'm glad we was able to get the camp and horror comedy conversation. It was very peaceful because last week I was about to come out.
Jason, I'm not trying to like come for you. I'm just trying to make sure you don't close your mind to a genre that you enjoy more than you think you do.
You talking about horror comedy?
Yep.
Mm.
Because you were very adamant, like, I don't like them. You don't? Boom. Like that. Boom, I like that. Boom.
Yeah,
I like that.
because typically when I watch them, they typically are in the mid range. When I do watch them, it's like, but like the monkey, it just was like, okay, what, like, you know.
I saw a lot of mixed reviews on that online. And it had me thinking, like, damn, am I tripping? Because I saw it twice back to back and laughed both times I saw it in theaters.
The girls and I, we loved the monkey. We thought it was hilarious.
But I understand, like, the stuff that makes me laugh. I love Sasha's Party. Jason hate that shit.
I actually, so I love parts of Sausage Party, like when they start when they're at the dude's house and they start going crazy and like, and he's talking to them and then they like, I think you know what? I think I just really hate the ending of Sausage Party. Is
the
that what
food
it is?
festival? It was at a food festival.
The orgy.
But 4G. The 4G.
Yeah.
4G.
That was part of it. What else did I not like about it? I think the last 15 minutes is what I was just like, oh, okay. But also, I didn't laugh. Also, I didn't laugh.
You didn't laugh at all in the movie or at the last 15 minutes?
No. There might have been one joke, maybe. I didn't laugh. I mean,
I think so. Yeah, like I said, when they was like you said, when they was at the guy's house, that was funny. But outside of that, I ain't just laugh like that. I was like, that was time. You got a goddamn good joke. Yes, and that bitch just cracking the fuck up. Like,
oh, you know what? I did laugh. I did laugh when they were at the woman's house, and it kept switching from her point of view to their point of view. That was funny. That I will say that was funny. You know, like not the children just eating the baby carrots and see like that was funny.
Every time I'm snacking at home, I'm thinking, y'all are about to die. I think of Sausage Party every time, like, these shit's about to get towed the fuck up and just sitting there eating them up. But I will say, what you got, Jason?
So there was 'Cause I want to see if this came first or Thriller came first, but there's this one scene Rod when Rod because when we first get introduced to Rod, he said I got something hard for him. Like, bro, wait, them being 15, that's crazy for him to say. First off, but then second, Rod comes back and he meets him at the house after scaring him, and he like put his hand around Tina. He looks back, and it reminded me of Michael Jackson in Thriller video when he goes off, and I was like, ah, damn, that's Thriller. Um, but I knew but I looked it up, and Thriller did come out before this. Now it could be just a coincidence, but I don't believe in them too much, not like that. So I'm gonna definitely give that a nod to Michael Jackson.
Wes could have been inspired for sure. Wes could have been inspired.
It was just
Wes,
one scene too, so
he seems like he might be a fan of Michael Jackson, so I'm not gonna
Yeah,
put
I
it
mean
past him.
he was behind Vampire in Brooklyn, so
He was. We got Scream a year, 2 years after that. He
Mhm.
was trying to figure out his comedy in horror.
Apparently Vampire in Brooklyn taught him what to do and not do for Scream to make Scream better. But I gotta be honest with y'all, freaking love Vampire in Brooklyn.
Vampire in Brooklyn is a good movie.
I love that movie. I love that
It
movie.
was Eddie Murphy got some bangers out there.
Eva, he's good.
But all right, here go Jason. What? Is you about to hate
oh
on Vampire
no,
in Brooklyn?
no, I was looking out the window. No, you continue.
Oh, uh-oh. Jason is parked in a scary movie location. But I
Mm.
have a question for y'all.
Oh,
If y'all were to go back to the 90s, back when people would get their blockbuster movies on a Friday night, and you
Mm.
were in charge of picking 3 horror movies, which 3 horror movies are you going to get? And this is in the 90s. So, Jason, what are your 3 movies?
Um, hmm. Uh, Scream. Um, damn, I wish I would have prepared for this.
Nah.
They came out. They came out. No, they did. Halloween H2O and
oh, that's a good one.
probably. Uh, I still know what you did last summer. I couldn't think of any. I'm just thinking because I was trying to think of the '80s. But yeah, them would be the top three. Honorable mention now that I'm thinking about it, it would be The Last House on the Left. I really like the original a lot.
Mm, okay. Lisa, what about you? What are your 3 movies that you are getting from Blockbuster?
Uh, okay. So one of the choices, I don't like the movie, but I would have got it because it would have caught my eye. Is that what we're going off of? Or should I or
If you are responsible for picking the movies for the group, which 3 movies are you getting to where they're not gonna bash you for bringing this in? You
oh
got the ox.
I ain't worried about anybody bashing me. Shit.
You
All
just know
right.
she got the taste. She got the juice.
Right. Lisa said, I got the juice.
I ain't worried about them.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So all right. I'm gonna go with Sleepy Hollow. It's one.
Fire.
Honestly, Blair Witch Project. I think that would have. I saw it in theaters, but yeah, I would have heard. You know what I mean?
They came out in the '90s,
Yeah, Blair Witch.
'99. I'm assuming.
Yeah,
You sure?
that's
99.
that's
Yeah.
still in the 90s.
December 23rd, 1999.
It's on the cusp of
Oh, why,
2000.
yo, why you hating?
Yo, Jason, the end of that movie is like, we taking over for the 99 and the 2000s.
um, and Gremlins 2.
Mm.
What you got, Jazz?
So I had to make a slight change. So mine is going to be Scream, A Nightmare on Elm Street, and The Faculty.
I was
Faculty.
thinking about the faculty, but I was like,
I love that movie. I love that movie so much. I'm excited for them to do a remake, but I'm just like, maybe leave it alone.
Who's doing that again?
I don't.
well,
Because
okay,
we talked about it. He
We
did
did.
something that
We.
we enjoyed. Was it Krager? Was it the weapons guy?
Oh
no,
shit.
no, no, he's doing something. No, he's doing Resident Evil.
Yeah, no, it was some movie though. The guy we wanted to see the movie before, and we was like, okay, yeah, I can trust him with this. But it came out this year, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe last year, but I feel like it was this year.
Mm, I have to.
Wes Craven's A New Nightmare came out in the 90s. That was when that was when he did the whole like in a way
Real
a
world.
meta where it was like, oh, that was a movie, but it kind of crossed over because they brought back Nancy, and you know what I mean? But then they like,
So it looks like. Oh, this actually might be fire. I'm more excited. So this is
It's
on
Fede. It's Fede, ain't it?
Krager. No, so breakout talent Drew Hancock is writing the remake script. Hancock's debut featured Companion, which he wrote and directed, hits this weekend. It earned rave reviews, and then the production company behind Barbarian. So it sounds like it's going to be the creator of Companion, which I think came out earlier this year. Companion was really good.
yeah,
So I'm interested. I think that'd be pretty
it
dope.
did not go the way I thought it was gonna go, and I really enjoyed it.
Compa- what is Companion,
Is
Lisa?
that camp or is
Camp or
that
is that a horror comedy?
Ooh.
That's camp to me.
mm,
Okay. What's difficult about calling it camp is you bringing in the whole like technology AI um thing about it. Hmm. Okay. Because the relationships in there were. Why gotta keep doing this to me?
You did it this week. I stopped. I was about to.
That's dirty.
You're thinking too long, Lisa. You're thinking too long.
Think long, think wrong. Think long, think wrong.
That is not fair. Okay.
Life ain't
I
fair.
would not call camp. I would not call companion camp. I think that the relationship between the AI and Buddy, that was a camp relationship, but I don't think the movie is camp. That's what I'll say.
Okay. I don't think I would call that camp either, but I probably wouldn't label a lot of stuff camp. So,
Mm.
but I was about to ask a question. Oh, Lisa, who is the biggest villain from this movie and why is it Marge?
You keep on trying to make her the villain.
She is the villain. Why
Well,
is your
she
daughter over
is.
here telling you, asking you questions, and you are still lying to her face? She done lost two friends, and you keep saying, "Go to sleep, ho, go to sleep." And she said, "I'ma die if I go to sleep."
She was doing no because she thought she was protecting her daughter.
If Nancy is asleep, Nancy is not nagging her to keep her from her bottle.
It's a man. It's a. I man, being a parent and you in a situation because she hadn't even heard about the Krueger thing until she told her about it. But she thought she was doing her best because she at least took her to the sleep institute to figure out what was going on. So I can't say she was horrible. Now, just like in Together, where he smelled that dead animal in his light, I feel like she got triggered. Once she got triggered, that's when she started going through her own little PTSD because she knew what they had done. So then that's when I feel like the bottle came out because you're like, holy shit, what do you know about that? That nigga dead. You don't know nothing about that. So then once she did it, it was like, I gotta tell her now because now she came to me about something that, there's no way she knows about this. Or why do you know about this? Because did dad know about this? You know what I'm saying? Like that he just, it's Freddy Krueger dad. And he didn't answer like, oh, like he didn't, he was just like, this motherfucker, man.
You can't let your kids know you caught a body.
I mean, you can in the name of justice. You know?
Would you? I mean, I guess. Well, first, Jason, you are froze again. But I will say, like, I guess if you and the neighborhood parents commit a crime, I'm assuming y'all both all said, like, we're going to take this to our graves. We're not going to bring this up no more. He's gone. Nobody's missing him. And then 7, 8 years later, your kid is like, by the way, I'm having a dream about the person that you killed, even though they didn't know that the parents killed him. So, like, would you tell your kid at that moment, or would you just be like, nah, it's just a dream? Like, as a parent, how do you even handle that kind of situation? If y'all were the parents from Elm Street.
Lisa, hold on, let me see.
She didn't freeze. She didn't freeze. She's thinking about that answer.
I'm thinking.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure. I'm like, wait, did she leave me? Am I the
Lisa's like, how do I say nicely? I'm not telling nobody. That's what she was trying to think about.
Plausible deniability, baby. I'm sorry.
Yes, to the grave. Now, okay, so I think I would have had to got to the point of Nancy's mom, like to the point where, like, okay, 2 kids and dead. My daughter's being very hysterical. Okay, something's connected here somehow, some way. We need to have a talk. I need to talk to her. It probably would have been all the way to that late. I would have been very quiet.
Would you have had a bottle with you during those discussions?
No. No, but as discussed,
okay,
I might have had a bowl of chocolate. Remember, we talked about what my advice was. We talked about what it was. I probably would have been down the Milky Ways like nobody's business or something.
Like, Mama, you got 3 Milky Ways over there. What's going on?
I would be like, at least it ain't damn candy corn. If you're candy corn, you're definitely guilty. You killed him, Mom. You killed him.
But I mean, like I said, within that, she did everything that she could. It was when she said something to her. It was only a span of like 2 or 3 days anyway. So it wasn't like she held it and, took a long time. Because you don't I wouldn't just volunteer, I did this to this guy. However, if the sit now, this is, you bring the name up, how do you know, how is this, now I'm talking, now. So I don't think she mishandled that. Her being drunk, man, that's just, there's no such thing as a perfect parent. So, yeah.
But then
she didn't beat her. Was that her dream, right? When she was getting beat up by her mom?
Her mother didn't beat her, but no, her mother did smack her. I mean, look,
she did smack her.
That sometimes that smack to the face builds character. But no, I was going to say, like, her mother locked her in the house, bars and everything on the window.
I didn't know if that was a dream or not, so I didn't even count that against her until I seen the second movie. He was like, "Oh yeah, man, you live in the house with the crazy woman, locked the daughter in the house and set it on fire." Like, what?
She locked her in that house, and she's on the couch downstairs. And ain't no TV on, ain't no music on. It's just her and that bottle. Like, go to sleep, Nancy. Just go to sleep.
And they got bars on the door. What happened with the dad?
He was across the street.
He was across the street bullshitting. The street bullshitting.
Because Glenn just died.
He can't do nothing with that baby. They said that if the nigga that's supposed to get the body can't do the body, what the dad gonna do with the body? He can't even see the body. He's just there.
So in this scene, when the dad got there, he was talking to the coroner, and they said, "Sheriff, unless you got a bucket, ain't nothing in there for you." And I'm sitting here like, how do you say that out loud? Me and a lot of people in the theater start laughing because I'm just like, that's a really...
You don't need a stretch, you need a bucket.
What? I heard that.
So
it's crazy.
You're wrong for that.
Another fun fact.
He probably said this shit.
The scene where Tina got killed in her bedroom and the scene where Glenn died, they built that entire room for it to rotate upside down.
I seen that.
Which is so fire, because it was just like, we only got one chance to shoot this and we got to shoot it right. And they did it. They did it perfect. Even though they had some kind of issues when they was doing it, because they said when they poured the blood in there, the blood started moving the room as well. So a lot of that shit came out onto the set.
Oh,
Yeah.
but it's worth it.
Yeah, it definitely is. Who had the best death in this movie?
Define best death.
Which ones do you think, if somebody was to ask you the best death coming out of a nightmare before, excuse me, a nightmare on Elm Street, what is the first one that comes to your mind?
Johnny Depp.
Ooh, yeah, I gonna say Glenn. Glenn comes up first. But Glenn and Tina have both have iconic deaths.
Yeah.
Um, in the horror movie franchise, because her being dragged across them walls is wild.
Yeah.
Um, and dude over there just, what are you doing? His bitch, and he don't jump out the window like, bro, come on.
Where was he supposed to go?
You know, that's a good question. I don't know.
He said, "Let me put my clothes on and get up out of here."
That nigga
But
said, nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. Get the fuck away from here, people.
so that's iconic death. What is the most iconic scene from this movie?
Definitely, definitely Johnny's death.
Um,
Okay.
this one
Yeah,
for me.
Lisa's
Man,
between a between Nancy's legs,
if you
and
don't remember that.
If they're listening to this on audio, y'all ain't giving no goddamn context at
I
all.
just did. I just did. I said, for those who are not watching, it's the scene where Nancy was in the tub and Freddie's hand came from under her legs. Lisa is replacing that.
you knew what you were doing. So I'm not
Who
even. I don't even feel bad for you. You knew.
Lisa?
Yeah, she knew.
I agree. I
I
agree.
didn't think it through.
You did this.
This character, what part of that did y'all not understand the first time?
Hey, man. But did y'all have any other scenes y'all wanted to discuss from this movie?
We went through everything, man. We got this. When I turned it on, I was like, "Damn, it's only an hour and 30 minutes." But I feel like it had great. I feel like it had good pacing. Um, I definitely seen. What I want, not necessarily the movie, but I did want to say two movies. Um, Home Alone for sure. When Cena got to setting up shit in the house, that made me think about Home Alone and how he was setting
She,
up traps.
she did that shit in 5 minutes. Like, how do you set
Yeah,
up a whole booby trap in your house in 5 minutes with your drunk mama on the couch?
I mean, I don't know. Do you think she really pulled Freddie out? Because like they don't that the end of that third act is one of the worst written third acts I've ever seen in a movie because I don't know what was real and what wasn't. Was she dreaming that all this shit was happening, that he came in the house and he was getting beat up by these items, or like no, like I don't know,
I think Freddie was fucking with her
and I
only be,
believe that.
oh, but I think with you not sure what was real, that's what they
That
wanted you
was
to
the
do.
point.
And
That's the point. Yeah.
that's an element that you see a lot in Smile too, to where you don't exactly know what is
Exactly.
happening.
Smile is definitely one of those movies that benefited
Yeah.
from the Nightmare on Elm Street, and also the one that comes out this week, which is Black Phone. Black Phone is definitely a
Mm.
Okay.
predecessor of
Okay.
this.
Yes. So, okay. And that's kind of like, I meant to put that up before we were talking about it, Jason, when you were like, oh, if anybody could replace Freddie. If you're doing it this way, where it's like Black Phone 2, completely different character, but you're taking those elements and telling a different way, Black Phone 2 is going to work because of how they did it. It's going to work. It's already scary as I don't know what. I will say, okay, there is this one thing about horror movies back in the day, me being younger when I was watching them, is like whenever there's been so many. Because I used to watch like even like the not so like the B-rated ones too, like Happy Birthday to Me and everything. So whenever there was a killer and there was a scene where two teenagers were having sex, and they got to finish and then died. Me, 10, 11, 12-year-old me, like, well, at least you ain't that virgin. And that's how I always think about it, so you got it in. So watching this movie kind of brought me back to that mindset. And when my girl Tina, from the sound of it, he was working that thing. I was like, well, at least you got it in, girl.
But then you watch Scream and you come to realize the virgin is the one that survives. So having sex is what gets you killed.
Well, Sydney survived. Okay, you know what? Do you know why Sydney survived? No, do you know why Sydney survived? Because Billy was trash. It wasn't good sex. Let me tell you, it wasn't. Did y'all see my girl after the fact? Throwing her clothes.
She started asking questions that
so disappointed.
Her mind was clear. She said, so who called you? Or who was your call? Like, she was over here playing everything back in her head.
Not stigmatized at all, which means he ain't put it on her.
She ain't go to sleep. I would have took me a nap.
Hair all kept.
Yeah, you're right.
Damn. She's so quick to put on the clothes. Didn't even want to just lay and chill in it. No.
Yeah, they didn't cuddle at all.
This is what I waited for.
That's a good point.
This.
Mm.
And then Billy knew he was trash and was like, well, now this bitch gotta die because she can't go on tell nobody else.
I mean, you're making valid points. I never thought of it that way. That's very unfortunate. But hopefully she'll have a good love interest. Well, she got kids now, but I don't know if she's still married. Kincaid is not going to be in the new movie, so.
Oh no,
he didn't sign back on. No, but maybe it'll be a nice little surprise. But
maybe.
Lisa, I have your trivia.
Yeah.
Pick which house that you would rather stay in for a week.
Oh,
hopefully, yes, at least a week. Hopefully, you've seen all of these, but Nancy's house or the Amityville Horror House.
Those are my only choices.
Well, it's a this or that, and then it goes to round 2.
Oh,
so you have to choose between these two. And this is with Nancy's house with the bars and the windows and Freddy being, all of that shit. So, or Amityville Horror.
Man, that's not great choices. Not great choices.
Don't worry, they get worse.
Oh, I just feel okay. I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go Freddy. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Nancy's house.
You said I ain't mess with Amityville Horror, even though they don't start fucking with you until like 3 weeks in. But have you watch American Horror Stories, right? The first season.
I've watched the
Did you watch Murder House?
Freak Show. I watched Freak Show season.
That's the only one?
That's the only one.
Did you watch Haunting on Hill House from Netflix?
No, I watched the movie with Taye Diggs. Oh, it's House of Haunted Hill.
It is. All right, so you didn't see 2 of the projects. It's okay.
But I did see a couple episodes of the House on Haunted. I saw enough to tell you I'm still picking Freddy.
Okay. Okay. All right. So Haunting on Hill House, you're still going to pick Nancy's house, aka Freddy's house. And you haven't seen American Horror Stories, the first season. So Murder House, you did not see.
Oh, no. Oh, so the first season wasn't the Witches Coven thing? No?
No, that was season 3.
Oh, whoops.
It's okay. It's all right.
I ain't had nobody watch it with me.
That's a good one. American Horror Stories is good, but it's a lot. So
it's a lot. I mean, Freak Show was a lot. I was like, that.
Freak Show wasn't even one of the best seasons. Murder House was good. Coven was good. Apocalypse was very good.
Okay.
But let me ask you this. Would you consider Nightmare on Elm Street a top 10 horror franchise?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Jason, would you consider it a top 10 horror franchise?
Top 10.
Mm-hmm.
And if the answer is no, what is the top 10?
I don't
Oh.
have. I didn't write that down, so we're
Okay.
not gonna play that. We're not playing that game tonight, Lisa. I would say I would have to say yes, just based on how many things that came after it. That is borrowed, taken, or show love to. So yeah, I would have to say yeah.
Okay. And Lisa, I got your question. Did you want to ask that?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you. Okay. Um, I'll ask you first, Jazz. So I wanted to know, what are two of your biggest irrational fears that make no sense for you, Freddie?
I'm going to say me running away from zombies that can run.
Uh,
I'm not going to survive. I'm going to die. Look, just leave me behind. Don't try to save me. I'm going to end up twisting an ankle. I'm out of here. And I think if I wake up in a mist type of situation, except it's giant spiders, yeah, I'm gonna die too. I don't see a point of trying to survive in those kind of situations. Living in fear, going to sleep in fear. Who the fuck that? No. There's got to be something different on the other side. So I'm
oh my
gonna
gosh.
braid myself up and get up out of here.
Oh, you know what? We just watched The Mist.
It's a
And
really good movie.
yes, the girls were like, we loved it except for the ending. They were so hurt by the ending because they're like,
Everybody.
wait, two women? Two?
I just know Stephen King was writing that. He said, "Oh, this about to piss them off."
No, that is not Stephen King's ending.
Is
Yeah,
it?
that's not his.
No,
remember he write.
but,
Remember he write terrible endings from his books.
but
Remember that.
okay, relax yourself. But he loved the ending so much. He was like, man, I wish I had thought of that.
So what was his ending?
Oh, I don't remember.
Not that.
I don't remember.
I gotta ask Chris because Chris knows all about Stephen King's endings because he hates them so much. I don't know. I guess I thought the Mist ending would probably trigger a lot of people because just like if you would have just waited, then you would have been fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, they change. They change them. They change them in the movies all the time though because they're not.
I'm not going out that way. I don't want to get eaten, but I'm not going out that way. I'll just have to take my chances. I'm not going on.
Yeah, I'm going out. I'm going out fighting on my 2 feet. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I at least tried to survive,
Yeah.
Mama.
I mean, hypothetically, they tried the first hour and a half of the movie.
They did. They even said in the car, well, no one can say we didn't give it a good try.
Yes, you did. I can because y'all
Stay in the
what y'all
car
did.
a little longer. You know what? Why? What's the rush?
He shouldn't have stopped by his wife's house. He should have known, son, she's probably gone. So let me go ahead and save this gas and not take that detour. And let's get on the highway. But Jason, your two irrational fears.
Drowning, of course. And
that's not an irrational fear.
Well,
yeah, that could definitely happen.
Yeah.
But the second one is ducks taking over the world because they can, or geese. Geese taking over the world because geese can swim, geese can fly, and geese can walk. So you really wouldn't have anywhere to go if they just decide to rise up against us one day.
Okay. All right. Good to know. I went a different way.
Are you writing?
What?
Are you writing?
Writing what?
I don't know, a geese movie. I don't know. What do you know? Like I seemed like you was writing. Were you writing when I was saying that? It looked like you was writing. It felt like writing.
I was just making funny little lines. Okay.
Jason said,
Fun little
"Don't be
lines.
trying
That's
to
how
make no movie off
word.
my
Hey,
fear."
technically, words are little
Jason,
lines. You look at them a certain way. You know what I mean? Like,
Jason said, "Don't make a movie off my fears."
Well, okay, so I'll tell you guys my two fears. And one is a real crazy fear. All right. I'll be afraid of a Freaky Friday switch. I'll be afraid of me being switching somebody's life and I gotta to do something like run a country or give a speech or something. It's so irrational. I'll be like, I hope that's not me. Like I just it's the whole Freaky Friday thing. I know it makes no sense, but it is fear. Like
So, if you woke up in Trump's body tomorrow,
oh my god,
you would freak out?
yes.
Man, listen. What I would do? Oh my God. Woo. I make sure
would
y'all
you
get a
set the word? Would you set the world right first, or would you beat off?
no, because they say his dick small, so I wouldn't beat off at all. I would set the world right,
With
the
the,
country right. What? Imagine that's crazy to wake up in a dude's body and huh, and it's a nasty small white dick. I wouldn't even look down. I'd be like, all right, let me focus. Oh, sorry. I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't even look at myself naked because his body looked like it's terrible. But then I would also, if I knew, like, if I switched into his body, which means he's probably in mine, I would make sure to send authorities to my house to apprehend me so he don't do no fuck shit. I would
Yeah,
lock myself up.
the other side of the fear is like, what are they doing in my life?
Nah, you ain't about to, nah. But
hey, there's a little black girl.
being called a
I'm,
little black girl is
I'm,
crazy.
I'm on her page. She always talking about toes. Go and get her.
Yikes. Those are definitely the details that I would give them. She's got locks in Florida. But nah.
Oh, and my second one, I've actually had dreams about this one.
No shit.
Um, no, it's just it's ridiculous. Is somebody relaxing my hair without my knowledge, messing with my hair.
Wait. Somebody relax, giving you a perm
Yeah, perming my hair
with your
or
locks?
messing with my hair, like like cut, like just this is actually before I had locks, but like
Okay.
yeah, because I used to just wear it like my own natural curly hair, whatever. And I, I had dreams where, like and fears that somebody like just putting in a chemical in it without me knowing or without my permission. I wake up, I'm just like, I got, I don't know. I know it's crazy. I
Hey,
said I said irrational.
you did
It's
say that.
irrational.
No judgment. That makes me feel like mine was very dark. Jason is about ducks. You about Freaky Friday, and I'm about zombies. Like, yeah, we was all over the
Well, if
spectrum.
if it gives you any any comfort, I back in everywhere I go
Me too. And they judge me for it. Like
because
people
I'm
say you're an
like,
asshole if you back in your car in everywhere you
no,
go.
no, no, I'm not. I'm prepared, nigga. Because if the zombie apocalypse jump off, I need to be able to hop in my car and just room.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel seen.
Which zombies do you think you would be able to get away from, Lisa?
The original Night of the Living Dead zombies, nigga, slow as hell. That's what I need. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Slow.
Give me those. Give me those.
Mm-hmm.
But my last question that I have for y'all before we wrap this episode up, because I think we were able to get a nice little dialogue in and speak on this movie,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
is which director or writer had the biggest impact in horror?
I got my answer.
Who you got, Lisa?
Stephen King.
Mm.
the amount of adaptations from his books to movies. Jason says he doesn't know how to write an ending. Well, they sure know. They sure love doing these movies. Pet Cemetery, The Mist, Salem's Lot, Creepshow, Pristine, Carrie, Children of the Corn, Cujo, Mystery, Maximum Drive, Lawnmower Man, Cat's Eye, It, Doctor Sleep, 1408, The Monkey.
Bodies, 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 bodies. Just giving a whole list of movies. Man.
So him not knowing how to write an ending has nothing to do with somebody saying, "I love this story, but let's fix the ending to make it a good movie." It's proper. That's typically how it goes.
The books that I've read of his, I like the endings. Now, to be fair, I haven't read all of the books that I mentioned with the movies here, but the ones that I have read, I have enjoyed.
look at. You said the movies you just named. You not read them books.
Wait, what?
You said the movies you just named.
No. I read Salem's Lot. No. I read Salem's Lot. I read Christine. I read It. I read Misery. I didn't finish Pet Cemetery. But what I'm saying is I haven't read all of his books that became movies. So the ones that I did read, I enjoyed. I enjoyed the endings too. And then of course I read books of his that didn't get turned into movies. And I've enjoyed those endings as well. One of my favorite ones of his is Rose Madder. I read that one like 4 times. I actually want to read it again.
Gonna have to get a nice dialogue together with you and Chris, since y'all both read Stephen King, but he hates the endings. So I'll try to see if I can pick at that violet scab in the Discord. So, Jason, do you have your director or writer that had the biggest impact in horror, in your opinion?
1A, 1B, John Carpenter, Wes Craven. It's kind of hard to say. In between them two, I love their work. Halloween, The Thing, John Carpenter. You got Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream with the others. So 1A, 1B in between them for me personally. What about you?
So I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna come in here and be like Wes Craven all around, but then after watching that Ed Gaines doc or series, you saw a lot of what Alfred Hitchcock was able to bring, and what Psycho triggered. And I feel like if you didn't have Psycho, which was, I believe they considered the first slasher ever made, we wouldn't have gotten a lot of the films that we got, because you had these film directors and writers showing us, I'm going to show them something that's going to make them feel uncomfortable. I'm going to show them something that they've never seen, and they push it to the limits. And I feel like everybody after Hitchcock created more pushing, and you just needed that person at the beginning of it, which trickled down to everybody else. So I think his influence was huge, but Wes Craven is definitely up there. I'm such a huge fan of his, but I'm gonna have to say Alfred Hitchcock, even though a lot of his films outside of The Birds and Psycho I didn't really watch too much, but of course early 90s, that I wasn't around. Shit, my parents probably wasn't around when his movies came out, but just seeing it and what it was able to trickle down to, I think very impactful. So I'm curious to see where horror movies end up within the next 20 to 30 years. And if we'll get some new elements and the type of films that they were inspired by. So, and we can keep these conversations going. So, but that is all I had for this episode. And the reason why we are here. Lisa, I'm going to start with you. Was it good though?
Absolutely.
All right. Jason, was it good though?
It was. I enjoyed it. Going back down memory lane with this movie was fun. Jazz, was it good though?
Absolutely. I'm glad we were able to put it on our list for this month. a nice classic. Wes Craven, R.I.P. to the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I did not have any. What did you think those? Which is very shocking, but
What
and oh, sorry. Go ahead, Lisa.
remind me, what did you think those? What is that usually?
So that's normally I drop a post and get people's opinion on what they think, their thoughts on the movie.
Gotcha,
So
gotcha.
I try to drop that a few days before we review. I've been slacking for a couple of weeks, so I probably gotta get that built back up.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm not gonna do our Link of Thrones today. I'm gonna skip that one. But
Oh, oh,
did you have one? Oh, shit. All right,
yeah.
all right. Well, who you got, Lisa? Who's your Link of Thrones? We can go ahead.
John Saxon. He was the lieutenant. He was Nancy's dad.
Mm.
And that strong jaw, I remember Roper in Enter the Dragon, 1973. Bruce Lee.
Mm. I saw a clip of Bruce Lee recently, and I was like, "Damn, he was a nice looking dude." But Brandon Lee was R.I.P. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Jason, do you have your Link of Thrones?
Ooh, almost. Hold on.
He got the vid.
Sorry.
What?
Just shut up. I'm gonna go with Amanda Wise, who was Tina. She was in Station 19. One of those up-to-date firefighter shows that they do nowadays.
Okay, okay. Nice, nice, nice. I am going to go with Nancy's teacher, who was a familiar face that you will see. Lynn Shay.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see if that's Bob Shay's wife, but she is in the Insidious films, and she keeps popping back up in every last one of them, even though her character is out of commission. So
Oh, she was actually my she was my third choice. And I was gonna say from The Grudge. I remember her.
she was in The
Uh,
Grudge.
Mm-hmm.
Insidious is another one of those Freddy Krueger movies. Babies. Freddy Krueger babies.
Um. Oh, I haven't watched Insidious. I haven't seen Insidious, and I haven't seen Sinister. Um.
What? Are none of them on your movie
Since they
list?
came out, is what you mean?
Sinister.
Since they
No.
came out?
Sinister has to do with the kids, right?
Yes.
Okay, that yeah. No, when it came out, I was too sensitive. There was a
Okay.
period where there was a period where like, especially when my kids were young, like I don't know, I needed a little break from stuff that was like very too much with the kids.
Yeah. Nah, I definitely understand that. Sinister is a slow burn. The second movie is not good. They should not have made a second one, in my opinion, but
Okay.
yeah. But Lisa, please remind the folks where they can find you and what you have going on.
You can check me out at Real Movie Lovers, REEL, on Instagram, and XG Global Productions on Instagram, TikTok, and my YouTube channel, NXG Global Productions. I do movie reviews, movie talk, movie news, trailer reactions, and oh, you can check out the Zombie Chronicles on Tubi, my show, my series, and if you'd like to support, you can go to my Patreon, NXG Global Productions. Get a little tier, get some merch, and I drop stuff there, like my writers group meetings and things like that. So
Hey,
hey.
that's what I'm talking about. Jason, was there anything else you wanted to add to this episode?
Um, so me and Jazz, we bet it again. I put belt to ass again.
Ooh. Oh.
She's required to watch Terrifier 2 because I didn't, one is cool, but 2 is the best movie in their franchise, and it does enough to allow you to give you what happens in 1, to not have to see it, So yeah, that's her goal for the week. I don't know if she's done it yet, but that is her goal to let us know what it.
Oh, wow. So actually, I was avoiding Terrifier, because out. But the twins were all about it. So we ended up, I think it was this year, watching Terrifier 1, 2, and 3. They really enjoyed those movies. I was like, all right. It's just
Is it
what's the word?
torture porn or
Yes.
gore porn? See, that's why I
Yeah.
didn't want to watch it.
Yes. For sure. For sure it is.
Fucking
If you're looking at it from a makeup and practical effects artist point of view, it's very impressive, especially with the low budget.
But so you telling me number 2 ain't got a good story though, Lisa? And that the story of the.
They started bringing more story into number 2 for sure. Yes, they definitely brought in more story because it was like a little weak, it was like a little weak thing in the first one, and then they kind of like built it
Yeah,
strong.
number 1. That's why I said that's why I didn't suggest the first one. It didn't have a story. It was just killing.
Yeah,
That's all number 1 was. At least number 2, it kind of made you think and feel for the people that you've seen. And the first was just like, just do whatever, go crazy with it.
and then did you watch the third one?
I haven't watched any of them.
I have. I watched. Yeah, I watched it. I watched 3. I enjoyed it, but it just kind of went off the rails a little bit.
What do you mean went off the rails? It been off the rails.
Nah, it kind of, but like the whole thing, like there
Oh,
was
okay.
there was some stuff
No,
in
no,
there.
no.
I was just
Okay. No. I see what you mean. Yeah.
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 Like I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad at the Santa part. Like that tripped me out.
Yo,
But it was everything after.
that was wild.
nerds. Well, if I knew Jason was going to bring that shit up, I definitely wouldn't have pivoted to him. But thank you to everybody that listens and watches our episodes, that have subscribed. We are continuing our horror season. I think we're wrapping it up next week with Black Phone 2, which Stephen King has already said. He signed off, said it was scarier than the first movie. So that's exciting. And then,
yes, it looks it.
And he said, welcome to Derry. He watched the first episode and he said it was very scary. Now, if I watch both of these projects and I don't get scared at all whatsoever, I'm going to be like, Stephen King, my guy, stop lying to us, please.
No. Thank you for reminding me. I need to watch Welcome to Derry with the girls. We're going to go see Black Phone 2.
And Shelby Oates. That comes out, I think, next week. So, but yes, y'all please be sure to like, subscribe, rate, review. I am one of your hosts. I am Jazz.
And I'm Jason.
And
this is the Was It Good Though podcast, where we discuss movies and TV shows. Until next time, cheers.
Deuces.
Bye.